Hey guys, it's Mr. Regan. Today we're going to do a Chapter 9, Section 1 to 3 review and give you a chance to practice some also. Alright, so Chapter 9, Section 1, Adding and Subtracting Polynomials. So we'll start off with the adding polynomials. When you're adding two polynomials like this and they're in parentheses, really you don't need the parentheses there. So what I like to do is take the parentheses off and just write everything without. 3x squared plus 5x. Now, I also like to change subtraction to addition, so I'm going to write plus negative 8. And then this plus is going to come right there, 10x squared. Instead of minus 7x, I'm going to write plus negative 7x plus 4. All right, now this is just a matter of collecting like terms. We've done this before. So everything that has the same variable part. So I see a 3x squared and a 10x squared, they're like terms. I see a 5x and a negative 7x, they're like terms. And a negative 8 and a positive 4 are like terms. So we can add our like terms. 3x squared, 10x squared is 13x squared. Plus, and I know I can put plus here because I've changed everything to plus and negative. So I have all addition. 5x plus negative 7x is negative 2x. Plus negative 8 plus 4 is negative 4. Okay. If I don't want to have the plus negatives, I can always change it to 13x squared plus, or I'm sorry, not plus, minus 2x minus 4. Okay, and we're writing it in descending order with our exponents. So x squared, then x to the first, and then essentially x to the 0 power. Alright, now a subtraction problem. So here, everything, the two polynomials are in parentheses, and then there's a subtraction in between. If I want to take the parentheses off, then this one is going to change a little bit. So let's start with the first. 12y squared minus 3y, I'm going to change it to plus negative 3y. Plus 6. Alright, now, this minus, you can think of it as plus negative 1 that has to be distributed to everything in the parentheses. So, plus negative 1 times 8y squared is negative 8y squared. Alright, then we have a subtraction. So it's minus, and then negative 1 times 4y is negative 4y. So minus negative 4y is plus positive 4y. And then once again, I'm distributing the negative 1 to the minus 2. So negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. Minus negative 2 is plus 2. So I've distributed that negative 1 essentially to everything. Actually, parentheses go there. Alright, so now I'm looking for my like terms. Everything's addition. I have a 12y squared and a negative 8y squared. I have a negative 3y and a positive 4y. I have a positive 6 and a positive 2. So 12y squared plus negative 8y squared is 4y squared. Negative 3y plus 4y is positive 1y, or just plus y. And plus 6 and plus 2, or positive 6 and positive 2, is 8. And then 4y squared plus y plus 8. Alright, here is an adding polynomials problem. Think about what we said in the first example, and why don't you pause the video here, see what you get on your own, and then turn it back on and watch how I do it. Good luck. Alright, so like before, I can take away the parentheses, and I'm going to change minus 7a to plus negative 7a. I'm going to change minus 1 to plus negative 1. Okay, plus a squared plus 5a, and then minus 6 will be plus negative 6. So nothing really changes with addition. I just like to make all those subtractions to plus negatives. All right, my like terms, 4a squared and a squared, negative 7a and 5a, negative 1 and negative 6. So 4a squared plus a squared, don't forget a squared is 1a squared, 5a squared plus negative 7a plus 5a is negative 2a plus negative 1 plus negative 6 is negative 7. Okay, if you don't like the plus negatives in your final answer, 5a squared minus 2a minus 7. Once again, descending order with exponents. Alright, here's one for you to try with subtraction. Once again, look back to the example I did before if you need to. Otherwise, pause the video here and see what you get, turn it back on, and I will show you how I do it. Good luck. Alright, so once again I'm going to get rid of the parentheses. So 2b squared plus 4b. I like to change minus 8 to plus negative 8. Alright, this minus, remember, is like plus negative 1, and that negative 1 has to be distributed. So it's going to be plus negative 1 times 6b squared is negative 6b squared. Negative 1 times 5b is negative 5b, but it's minus negative 5b, so that's plus 5b. And then negative 1 times 1 is negative 1, so plus negative 1. Alright, so I have like terms, 2b squared, negative 6b squared, 4b and 5b, negative 8 and negative 1. 2b squared plus negative 6b squared is negative 4b squared. 4b plus 5b is 9b. And negative 8 plus negative 1 is negative 9. Okay, if you don't like that plus negative, let's go negative 4b squared plus 9b minus 9. And I'm okay with either of those answers. Alright, so that's Chapter 9, Section 1, Adding and Subtracting Polynomials. Alright, now we're looking at 9.2, Multiplying Polynomials. Alright, so now, essentially, I'm going to distribute that 3x to everything inside the parentheses. And I'm going to remember my rules for multiplying with exponents. We did that in Chapter 8. So if I have 3x times 5x squared, 3 times 5 is 15. X to the first power times x to the second power, x to the third power, because we keep the base x and we add the exponents. Right now that subtraction right there is going right here. And then 3x times 1 is 3x. And then that's it. Alright, next one, same idea. I'm going to distribute all of this there, there, and there. So 5a squared b times 2a. 5 times 2 is 10. A squared times a to the first is a to the third. And then I have a b, but there's no b over here. So just b. And I do this alphabetically. A, then b. Right, then I have this subtraction, minus 5ab times 3b. 5 times 3 is 15. A squared, there's no a's, so a squared stays a squared. It's like a squared times 1. And then I have a b to the first power times another b to the first power. That's b to the second, because 1 plus 1 is 2. Alright, now my last one, plus 1. So plus 5a squared b times 1, of course, is just 5a squared b. And that's it. And none of those are like terms. I can't combine them. I just leave it the way it is. Alright, now I have a binomial multiplied by a trinomial. So this one's a little bit more complicated. In the first two, it was a monomial on the outside of the parentheses. So this one's just a little bit more complicated, but no big deal. I'm going to distribute this 2a there, there, and there. And then I'm going to distribute the 1 there, there, and there. So this is going to be a little bit longer of a problem. Alright, so 2a times 3a squared. 2 times 3 is 6. A to the first times a to the second is a to the third. 2a times 4a. 2 times 4 is 8. A times a is a squared. And 2a times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, and just 4a. Alright, plus, now I'm going to distribute the 1. 1 times 3a squared is 3a squared. 1 times 4a is 4a. And 1 times 2 is 2. Alright, let's collect some like terms here. We have an 8a squared and a 3a squared. We have a 4a and a 4a. I'm going to write these in descending order with the exponents. So 6a to the third power goes first. There was no like terms with that. 8a squared plus 3a squared is 11a squared. Plus 4a plus 4a is 8a. And then there's a 2 all by itself down there, plus 2. And then that's my answer. Alright, we also multiply two binomials using the FOIL method. Remember, f is first, so that's going to be the first terms of each binomial. O is outer or outside. That's where I multiply the two outside terms, the x and the 6, because they're on the outside. Then I is inside, or inner, and that's the two inside terms. Let's go back here. The 4 and the x. And then L is last, so it's going to be our last terms of each binomial, the 4 and the 6. Alright, so first, x times x, x squared, plus outside, x times 6, 6x, plus inside, 4 times x, 4x, plus last, 4 times 6, 24. Alright, then I get these like terms in the middle, so let me combine my like terms. X squared plus 6x plus 4x is 10x, plus 24, and that's it. That's FOIL. Alright, the next one, same idea. First, 3a times 2a, 6a squared. Okay, then 3a times 4, 12a. Notice I put a plus 12a because 3a times positive 4. And then I'm going to do inside, so I have a negative 1 times a 2a, so that's negative 2a or minus 2a. And then last, negative 1 times 4, so that would be negative 4 or minus 4. Okay, got some like terms in the middle again. Minus 2a, I like to think of as plus a negative 2a. So I have 6a squared plus 12a plus negative 2a is 10a minus 4. Alright, one more. Alright, first would be 2y times 2y, 4y squared. Then outside, 2y times negative 5 because of that minus. Negative 10y, so minus 10y. Then inside, negative 3 times 2y, negative 6y or minus 6y. And then last, negative 3 times negative 5, which would be positive 15, so plus 15. Got some like terms in here, plus negative 10y, plus negative 6y. Sorry, I'm getting a little sloppy there. 4y squared. I have a negative 10y plus a negative 6y is negative 16y, so I could put plus negative 16y or minus 16y, and then plus 15. Alright, so that's FOIL. First, outside, inside, last. Alright, here's some multiplying polynomials for you to try. The first one is a monomial times a binomial, and the second one is a binomial times a trinomial. Look back at my example if it's going to help you, and good luck. Alright, so I'm going to distribute this 7a there and there. So 7a times 6a cubed. 7 times 6 is 42. a to the first times a to the third is a to the fourth. Minus 7a times 4a. 7 times 4 is 28. a times a, or a to the first times a to the first, is a to the second. And there you go, that's it. 42a to the fourth minus 28a squared. Alright, now I'm going to distribute the 3x to all three terms. I'm going to distribute the 1 to all three terms. So this one will be a little longer. 3x times 2x squared. 3 times 2 is 6. X to the first times x squared is x to the third. 3x times 5x. 3 times 5 is 15. X times x is x squared. And 3x times 1 is 3x. Alright, now distributing the 1. 1 times 2x squared is 2x squared. Plus 1 times 5x is 5x. Plus 1 times 1 is 1. Alright, my like terms. Let's see. We have a 15x squared and a 2x squared, a 3x and a 5x. So 6x cubed. I'm going to go in descending order with the exponents. 15x squared plus 2x squared is 17x squared. And 3x plus 5x is 8x. And then plus 1. There you go. Alright, here's 2 examples for you to try for FOIL. Once again, look back at my examples from before if you need to. Otherwise, pause the video here and see what you come up with. Turn it back on and see how I do it. Good luck. Alright, so f is first. So that would be the x times x, x squared. O would be outside. That's x times negative 8. So that's negative 8x or minus 8x. I is inside. That's negative 5 times x. Negative 5x or minus 5x. And then last, negative 5 times negative 8 is positive 40, so plus 40. Plus a negative 8x, I like to make that. Plus a negative 5x. Combine my like terms. X squared plus negative 8x plus negative 5x is negative 13x. You know what? So I'm just going to make it minus 13x. And then plus 40. Alright, same thing here. First, 2y times 5y is 10y squared. 2y times negative 3 is negative 6y. 4 times 5y is 20y. And 4 times negative 3 is negative 12 minus 12. Make that plus negative 6y. Combine my like terms. 10y squared. Oh, that's a y and an x. 10y squared. Negative 6y plus 20y is 14y. And minus 12. There we go. Multiplying 2 binomials. Alright. Now we had some special patterns when we're multiplying polynomials. If I'm multiplying, or let's say doing a plus b squared, which is a plus b times a plus b, it's going to follow this pattern, where whatever a is, that first term, it's going to be that squared. Whatever a and b are, the first and second term, it's going to be 2 times a times b. And then whatever that last term b is, it's going to be b squared at the end. Okay, this one's similar, but instead of a plus b squared, it's a minus b squared. So a minus b times a minus b, same idea. Whatever that first term is, that's going to be squared. Whatever that second term is, and the first term, it's going to be 2 times the first and second terms, but it's going to be a subtraction here. Okay, that's the difference. In the first one, it was addition there because it was a plus. Here it's subtraction because of a minus. And then a b squared at the end plus b squared. And then the last one, kind of a combination of the two. A plus b times a minus b. So you're going to get an a squared, there'll be a subtraction, and then a b squared, and there won't be that middle 2ab part. That kind of cancels out. Alright, let's try a couple. So, I could go through and do x plus 4 times x plus 4 and FOIL it and get my answer, or I can use this new pattern. So, x squared is the first one, because whatever a is, I square it, and that's x, plus, then it's going to be 2 times a times b. So a is x, b is 4, 2 times x times 4, which is 8x, plus, and then b squared, and b is 4, 4 squared is 16. So it's kind of like a shortcut to multiplying because of it being a certain pattern. Alright, the next one, the only difference here is I have a subtraction. So a squared, the first term is a, that's y in this example, so y squared. It's going to be a minus because of the subtraction here. And then it's 2 times a times b. A is y, b is 3. So 2 times y times 3 is 6y plus, and then b squared. B is 3, so 3 squared is 9. And then the last one, the first term is squared. It happens to be a b, so b squared. Then it's a minus, and then it's the second term, which is 4. 4 squared is 16, and that's it. And if you were to FOIL this one, what would have happened was you would have gotten b squared, you would have had minus 4b, then plus 4b, then minus 16, and this negative 4b and positive 4b cancel, and you're just left with a b squared minus 16, which is exactly what we have. Alright, here's 3 for you to try. Go back and watch my examples, pause the video, give it a shot. Good luck, guys. Alright, so first term is y, it's going to be y squared, it's going to be a plus, then it's going to be a 2 times the first term times the second term, 2 times a times b, so 2 times y times 9, that's 18y, and then plus the second term squared, 9 squared is 81, y squared plus 18y plus 81. Right, the next one has subtraction in it, so it's going to start off the same. I square the first term, x squared. Now it's going to be a minus, though, 2 times a times b. So 2 times x times 7, 14x, plus, and then the second term squared, 7 squared, 49. All right, then our last one, we have our first term squared. So I have a plus here and a minus here. That gives me a minus. And I don't have that middle 2ab term in this one. I just have now the last term squared. 6 squared, 36. And that's it. So these are special patterns. If you can remember these, make some of these problems easier. If you want to check it, or if you're just not sure about the patterns, then you can just always use FOIL. Get the same answer either way. Just take a little more time. All right, good luck with that, guys.